How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Mecklenburg Lake District. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to the district of Mecklenburg Lake District. All standard functions of the FS22 are available. There are 12 fields and 3 meadows. There is a farm with 2 cow sheds, 1 BGA, and 1 silo. Seeds, lime, and fertilizer can be purchased on the map. It is important the train is only a decorative object on the map. There has been several changes made to this map, and it states for changelog 1.1.0.0, landscaping, added trees and plants again. Country roads expanded. Farm buildings have been revised and can be sold with the integrated decorations. Added farmhouse. Productions must now be purchased. BGA must now be purchased. Added decorations and vegetation. Forest revised. Added lakes. The train can no longer be rented. A new save game is needed." Then there's changelog 1.2.0.0. Adjusted walkway. Production's XML capacities increased. BGA can be sold completely again. Added new texture layers available in build mode. And then changelog 1.3.0.0. A new save game is needed. Environment redecorated. Courtyard conversion. New launch vehicles. Fruit crushing. This map was created by Holden and is 285.73 megabytes to download. There are no mods required for this map, and if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You start way up here in the northern portion of the map, and you start out owning farmlands number 1, 2, 3, 10, 22, 23, 24, 26, and 33. Unfortunately, you're not able to buy all the areas of the map. There are some areas that are not purchasable. You do start with animal pens. You do have a cow barn with feeding robot. Contracts are available on this map. No production chains to start out with, and no collectibles available. There are specific mods for this map. Nothing under the buy menu, but under the build mode, if we take a look under silo extensions, you'll see here you do have a manure heap extension. And under farmhouses, you can see here, Mecklenburg has the farmhouse. Let's see, then under the productions tab, under selling points, you can see we do have mod specific there. Looks like the biomass heating plant can take more than just the standard wood chips and straw, I think. Looks like it's also capable of taking bales. There is nothing under the animals tab that's available for us. There's also nothing under the decorations tab. But under landscaping, if we go to painting, we do have quite a bit of paint swatches available for us here. Now we do start here at the starting farm, so let's take a look at our starting equipment. If we look at our buy menu and go under our owned items, you do get quite a bit here. Medium tractors, you have a John Deere 6250R, and large tractors, a John Deere 8R 370 and a 7R 330. Harvesters, you have the Claas Tryon 750. Trailers, you have a Rudolph TDK 301 RP and a DK 280 RL. So you've got the front and rear trailers available to you. You have a Claas Conveo Flex 1080, that's the grain header for your harvester. Under plows, the Kverneland EcoMat plow. You have a cultivator here, the Kokerling Vector 800. Disc harrows, you also have a Kokerling Rebel Classic 600T. Seeders, you have a Pottinger Terrasim C6F seeder and a K-Brand TF1512 front tank. Planters, you have the K-Brand Maxima 3 till. Sprayers, the Hardy Mega 1200L. Fertilizer spreaders, the Amazon ZATS 3200. Under mowers, the K-brand GMD 8730FF and GMD 3123F. So those are the front and rear deck mowers. Under tedders, you have a K-brand GF 8712. Windrowers, you have the K-brand GA 4731. Balers, K-brand VB 3190. Bale loaders, you have the AgriLiner PWO24. Animals, you have the K-brand Primer 15070M. That is your straw chopper and thrower. Under front loaders, you have the John Deere 743R. Front loader tools, you have the Alba Universal Bucket Manure Fork and Bale Spike. Header trailers, they have the Nardi N6035. And under weights, the Tenwinkle Pack 1000 and Pack 750. So starting over here, we do have a power washing station right over here. And right next to it, we have our fuel tank right here. You can purchase fuel for your tank. Quite a bit of storage here at the starting farm, which is nice. Open this up. Got this cavernous barn right here. Right next to another cavernous barn. Right here, you have your starting silo, as well as a bunker silo right there, and a pretty large one at that. You do start out with several bales, as well as your starting equipment over here. You can see you have some straw, some silage, and some hay. So nice that you get to start out with something right there. Heading around this side, you have your cow barn right here with your slurry output. You do have a couple of bags of mineral feed right here. Your slurry output right there. You have your cow barn with feeding robots. So if you put in your hay, straw, and silage with your mineral feed right over here, you then have your robot go at the top of every hour and will feed your cows for you. So nice little ways to kind of stay hands off with the feeding. You can put in feed though in here. You have your animal dialog box right here where you already have 60 of 250 cows. Your straw trigger is right here, and your milk trigger is right here. You have a manure heap right along the side here. There's some of your cows. And then right here, you have a repair trigger. And what we need to do now, is it this? I think it's this one. Yes, right here. Grab our 7R and start heading out. Okay, from here, make a left, and right to our right is our starting house. We have a sleep trigger right here, and a wardrobe trigger just here, inside the garage, right there. Hop back into our tractor, and start heading out. And here we're going to make a left. We're going to head straight up towards the map edge right over here. And we're going to see our first production point. So here we're going to turn, pull in, and this is the sugar mill. You can purchase this for $80,000. You have your output here and your input right there. Hop back in the tractor. We'll go ahead and head all the way around. Now we'll head to this next area just over here. And here, let's see, over here I should say, this is the cereal factory. 110,000, you can purchase this. Your inputs and outputs are right there. Or on the back side here, you have a lime, seed, and fertilizer station. So each one of those you can purchase something from them directly. You have your fuel tank right here, aka a gas station. It's labeled as a gas station, but it's essentially just fuel tank. Let's see, around the back side over here. Let's see. Okay, right here is the, I'm gonna be terrible with the pronunciation, the Hohenmacher AG cell point. And now let's just move on from that awful pronunciation. And now coming up here to my right, this is the farmer's market sell point. Now we're going to head into the side road right here. Now to my right, here you have the animal dealer. As you can see here, this is where you go to purchase your animals. You can purchase them from here or from the barns and pastures that you have loaded already onto the map. Now, if you purchase them from here or the pens and pastures you have loaded, you will incur a delivery fee. You're essentially simulating the animal dealer here delivering your animals, your livestock, to the pens and pastures. And it can get rather expensive, but to save that money, bring an animal trailer to this location. Whether you buy it, whether you lease it, whatever the case may be, bring it to this location, load into that animal trailer, and deliver the animals yourself. If you do that, you're going to save that money and be all nice and dandy. Now, cows can be up to $100 a head, and horses can be up to $300 a head for a delivery. So depending on how many animals you're looking to ship, it can get rather expensive rather quickly. Over here you have the bales selling sell point. Moving on down the road, we're gonna pull the tractor over here, and directly in front of me here is the carpentry production point. For $60,000 you can purchase this. Inputs are right here with your wood cell trigger right here, and outputs right there. Okay, now we're going to continue to follow this around. We're going to come up to the shop. So pull right in here. You have your repair trigger right here, and the zone is right in these little I think they're called bollards, but I can't remember like what they'd be, like pylons maybe. And here you have your shop trigger. Oh, hey, there we go. And I don't think that's an actual gas station. I don't think that. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, it looks like air hose. It's air. What was I thinking? Oh well. Heading back. Gonna have to backtrack quite a ways, unfortunately, because there's only like kind of one main road network, and the first one kind of goes in the north, east to west, and then you got the main road network going north and south, and that's right in the middle of the entire map. So you kind of have to go in between the road first, cross over by the farm, and then we're going to have to backtrack. But we'll get through it. We'll get there. And then up here, we're going to want to make a left. Right here. And we just want to follow this all the way out to the west until we get to our next point of interest. I will say, while we're driving over there, there are some very beautiful lanes on this map. Like this area here, how the trees just kind of line the path, but they're spread out enough to where they're not like encroaching the camera or anything like that, but they're not far enough away to where they're like not creating that tunnel effect. That like if you ever taken a back road and ever and it's just lined with trees on both sides, there's nothing around, like you get that kind of tunneling of your vision and just of that of the very nature of being lined by trees, and you're on the roadway, you just get that natural kind of tunnel feel, and it's just like that's what I get when I drive on that section of road right there, especially with the camera down behind the tractor. And then here we're going to head over in this direction. You can see it kind of takes off into like a single lane with these little, I don't know if these are like passing areas or areas to pull off to the side maybe to let, because I'm sure this is like a two-direction traffic right here, so traffic can flow in either direction, and because it's so narrow, you got to have areas for people to be able to pull over and let others by. Okay, we're gonna just keep following this out until we get to this kind of northwest corner over here, and you can see coming up on the map there's quite a bit of stuff popping up. So I'm gonna go into this facility, but I'm gonna go in backwards because it tells me I'm supposed to go to my right. I didn't notice that right away, I'll be perfectly honest, when I did my little map tour, so all my notes are backwards. But we do have the grain mill right here for $96,000 inputs and outputs. Continuing to follow this around. Right here, you have the, again, words are going to be hard to pronounce here. The AG Lestenau cereals sell point. Over here, we'll start off with the gas station, aka fuel tank, to my right, and then to my left we have the lime station, seed station, and fertilizer station. These are all buy points, so that's really nice that they're available for you. Come over here, and now we have to backtrack again. So before we do that, let's take a look at the map and see where we've been and what we've seen. So we started here at our starting farm. We went and saw the gas station, the silo, the bunker silo that's up here. You have the cow barn here with feeding robot, the manure heap, all that. We then came out and across the street where we saw the farmhouse. And then we traveled all the way over to this side of the map through the kind of tree tunnel here, And then we went up to the north where we saw the sugar mill, we saw the cereal factory, the multiple stations, buy-point stations there, the fuel tank that's right there, as well as the Hohenmaker AG sell point. We have the farmers market sell point, the animal dealer and bale selling sell point, the carpentry, as well as, oh, there was another gas station down there and I missed it. I will teleport right there to show it. We had the shop trigger and vehicle repair trigger. Now it is over in the back side here where you have the gas station right there. So now let's head over. We then went back up to the main road all the way out to here where we took this kind of single lane road. We saw the grain mill, the AG Lestenau cereal sell point, the various stations here, as well as the gas station, and then came over to here. Now we have to do, again, some more backtracking, because the road network, you're going, like I said, going east to west, you're either on the north side of the map or the south side of the map. That's really the only ways you're going east and west. And going north and south, you got to get towards the middle of the map. Now there are some side roads and stuff that you might be able to take as well, but I found kind of just the way that everything's all laid out, it's just easier to follow the main roads and deal with a little backtracking. It's never fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, coming up here to my right, there is kind of a secondary portion of the farm. So we were at the kind of the main version. We saw the farmhouse area kind of thing. This is kind of the secondary version of it right here. So we can come up here. You can see here's all of our starting equipment just tucked away in here. Look at all this. Quite a bit of stuff is tucked away over here. And I really love the kind of vines and the cracks in the concrete siding here. Like that's really, really nice. You got some more of your equipment back over here. And now we can pull out here and make a right. We can start heading down south. And we're getting ready to approach yet the third part of your farm. So not only do you have the main farm where you start, you have the secondary farm just a ways from it, and now you have the third part of the farm, which is right here. Open this up. We have the debris crusher tucked away in here, and tons of storage. So check this out. You have, again, this kind of building structure here, stacked side by side with another one. So you can open both of these doors and just have like a big old drive-through kind of area. Like very, very nice. A way station in the corner over there. So you've got tons and tons of area, and you do own this. So if we look at the map, we were over here, came up and around, we saw that secondary area here, and now the third farm area right here. So you have quite a bit of area to be able to kind of adapt and do whatever you want to do with it. Now we'll just continue heading down south. Okay, as you can see, coming up onto my right is our next production point and point of interest. This is the bakery. Jump over the table. 50,000, we'll buy that, and inputs and outputs are on the back side. Now, if I remember right, I think, yes, I need to take this way. And then into here, our next production point. This is the dairy. You can purchase this for $70,000. Whoops, and I accidentally did. Oh well. Inputs here, outputs there. And then we will just kind of head around. There we go. Head to the left. Out to the main road again. To the right. I'm sorry, to the left. And then to the right. And then we follow this around over here. And there is the biomass heating plant with the wood cell trigger right next to that. Oh, I could have left out there. I'll leave out of here. And then again, we'll follow this back out to the main road. Oh dear. Don't know how I avoided that. I'll take it as a win. Okay, over here is the biogas plant. Open this up. A couple of very large bunker silos over there, as well as a gas station right there. So big bunker silo and then a couple of smaller ones. Some storage here on site right in the back, and you can purchase this biogas for just a measly almost $1.2 million. That's not that much. Come on, everybody has $1 million lying around somewhere, right? And if that's the case, maybe y'all can lend me some, because oof, I must have misplaced mine. So now we're just going to keep following this around. I'm hoping they don't slam on their brakes. There we go. Come on, come on. Oh no. Ah, oh dear, oh dear. Monster truck rally. Oof. That was just awful. Ay ay ay. Okay, so I believe I need to head off to my right first and then to my left. So we're going to start off on the right side, and hopefully my notes are in order. So, over in this direction to my right, go through the gate. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the map and see where we've been and what we've seen. So we were over by the third area here by the debris crusher. We went down south where we saw the bakery, and then came over here to the dairy, then back across the street to the biomass heating plant, then down to here where we saw the gas station as well as the biogas plant. We then followed this all the way down here, and now we're here, and yes, my notes are indeed correct. So in front of me is the AG Sorrow cereals. This is a sell point. We have a gas station right there. And then over in the back here, you have here, I believe this is the liquid fertilizer station, and this is the herbicide station. So a couple of additional buy points, similar to the other buy stations that were on the map for seed, lime, and fertilizer, solid fertilizer. This is just the liquids version of that. And now we're going to head across the street. Okay. So, oops. We'll go over through here. Okay. So we have another lime seed and fertilizer stations right here. And then on the back side here, we have the oil mill for 80,000. You can purchase that. And that is the map. That is Mecklenburg Lake District. Now we're to the point of the tour that I render my opinion. What do I think of this map? 0 to 5 scale as always. And I would say that this map is really nice. It's got a really great color palette. Again, that kind of tunneling effect. You can see that here in really good effect. Even, especially if I go into first person view. The colors are really nice. You've got kind of the wildflower kind of vibes that are getting to the kind of cartoony level, but not like overly dramatic kind of thing. Like you're not seeing like reds and blues and violets and all this like random like stuff that makes it really kind of poppy and colorful and all that stuff, but rather you're seeing some whites, some yellows. Occasionally you're seeing some orange off the road kind of thing, but for the most part, it's the color palette's really nice. There's areas because of the shade that are kind of darker, so you're kind of going in and out of areas. There's a really nice kind of undulation to the land. It's not perfectly flat, which is nice. That's always a big one for me. The decorations in and around the various yards and production points are very, very nice. You can see kind of the houses are set up very nice over here. Yeah, just all in all, I really like it. So what would I grade this? I would give this probably a solid 4, 4.5, somewhere in that ballpark. I wouldn't necessarily give it a 5, and it'd probably be closer to 4 if I was kind of pressed for an exact. It is a very nice map, and I could see really enjoying it. And I like these kind of concrete lanes. The basically just the off-road version, like of a 2-track kind of thing, but it's just more permanent of a 2-track. You're not just relying on the vehicles and their weight to like crush the grass and kill off anything that remains. It's just you're putting a permanent kind of structure of these concrete road markers almost. But yeah, just I think this is a very, very lovely map. It's got some really interesting kind of landmarks and markers and stuff like that. So it's definitely up there. I would definitely put it up there. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.